Lucky's into demonstrable science. That's how I know the Earth is flat and motionless, y'all. And I intend to demonstrate my belief. We will never hear from Mr. Baldy, 100% guaranteed. You heard it from Lucky Haskins right here.
Dagnabbit, what in tarnation's going on? I was catching myself 40 wings. Who the hell is that?
Hey folks, it's Lucky Haskins again.
Lucky Haskins, what the hell do you want now, boy?
It's about time that we call these guys out. Today we're going to specifically talk about a real character, a slick-tongued deceiver named Mr. Baldy. Goes by Mr. Baldy.
Lucky, why are you bothering me instead of cattle?
Targeted me, picked one of these, as they do, search for weak targets, found this video of mine where I was just basically conversing with my 100 listeners.
Oh, yes, I remember. That was a weak video of yours, wasn't it, Lucky?
And like I always say, folks, they have two things. The globe is left with two things. Mockery, which is their number one scientific proof, mockery in every case, and then fake outer space. Those are their two proofs.
I didn't expect a kind of Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Globeth Inquisition. Our chief weapon is mockery. Mockery and fake space mockery. Our two weapons, mockery, fake space, ruthless sufficiency. Our three weapons are mockery, fake space, ruthless sufficiency, and an almost fanatical devotion to NASA. Amongst our weaponry are such elements as mockery and again.
Because we all know I don't give these guys the time of the day. I didn't even care to watch the thing. It didn't even bother me or faze me. So I went and watched it, and man, did he pour a lot of time and effort into it. Great editing, good humor, hilarious, right? So I gave him props. I'm like, that's a great video, dude. It's funnier than shit.
Yes, it was. Yes, you did. If you missed it, watch it here. And I gave you props, Lucky, for taking it in the manner in which it was meant.
The importance of this video today is I allowed Mr. Baldy to tuck tail and run because all his people were like, you got to debate Mr. Baldy. Now, anybody that knows me already knows there is no debate. Of course, Mr. Baldy's envisioning this pseudo-scientific debate where we can debate about pseudoscience for 2 hours. Lucky don't do that. So I said, hell yes, I'll debate you in a nanosecond, brother. I said, here's the rules. No pseudoscience. The only rule. No pseudoscience. We're going to have a debate based on demonstrable science only. No pseudoscience. Do you agree? And he chirps real briefly, yeah, I agree. And then runs, tuck tails and run. Why? He had no choice, folks.
That's not quite how I remember it, Lucky. I kept trying to email with you to arrange a date and time. You never did agree to anything. All you did was make various demands. Email me now and we can set it up. Let's arrange a date and time.
Now, his audience is sure stupid enough to think that the globe is some kind of demonstrable proven science. Mr. Baldy knows better. He's been trying to prove his fairy tale for long enough now. He knows what pseudoscience is, and he knows the globe Earth is not demonstrable. So, of course, I told you guys in advance, he can't debate me, he won't debate me, because he agreed to no pseudoscience.
You do realise, Lucky, you're talking to a guy who sent up a balloon and filmed the curvature of the Earth.
He has nothing to say. What could he possibly say that's demonstrable? Nothing. Get it?
Well, one thing I could say, Lucky, is that the experiment you're about to show us in a couple of minutes demonstrates that you have the scientific know-how of a rotten fish head.
And I'm going to put out an open challenge to Mr. Baldy to respond to this video with some kind of demonstration of his globe Earth. My prediction is Mr. Baldy is going to know better, and he's not going to post a rebuttal video to the video I'm about to make right now.
Apparently I have, and I shall show you an experiment that uses exactly the same level of validity that yours does.
So, now to our demonstration. I went outside, got me a little dirt, and built a little mountain. It's going to be a little out of perspective here. It's really simple, folks. Here on the flat Earth, we know that density is the proper reason why things go. Well, I'll just show you, folks. All predictions made. Water's going to run downhill. I'm going to fill this lake on the top of this mountain with water. Up there it goes down the river. Look at that. It's going down the river. And then onto a semi-flattened level surface. Now, I've cooked a lot of things in this pan, or I should say my wife has. I haven't cooked much in this pan. I don't use the oven. I fry everything, or the barbecue. My wife has cooked a lot of stuff in this pan, so it's a little warped and whatnot. But it's clearly demonstrates how water reacts in this reality. Again, making the flat and motionless Earth demonstrable.
That is it. That is the peak of flat Earth science.
I just showed you a physical scale model that functions properly as the flat Earth would predict. That is called demonstrable science. Now, Mr. Baldy, again, he's either going to be smart and pretend I didn't make this video, or we'll get a lot of laughable shit as he tries to backpedal his way out of this one.
Well, we can't have that, can we? I think that I will have to do an experiment, one that consists of a physical scale model that functions properly as Globe Earth predicts. This will be demonstrable science.
Do you understand, folks? Get your globe, Mr. Baldy. Give us a demonstration of how water works in your belief, your pseudoscientific belief. All Mr. Baldy can do, y'all, is come on and make a video explaining why his science is not demonstrable. Okay? Mr. Baldy, your turn.
Okay, so my gorgeous lab assistant, Cletus, has the experiment set up. It consists of a pan, a dirty old pan from the kitchen with some tin foil in it, and upon the tin foil we've placed some dirt. We're now going to demonstrate gravity. By pouring the water at the top in a little lake, we can see it overflows and runs down according to the laws of gravity. The water, of course, acts according to the forces placed upon it. In this case, it spreads out until it reaches its gravitational equipotential. The elevation of the surface of the water is consistent with the surface of the globe. Now, the curve of the globe is about 8 centimetres over 1 kilometre, so divide by 1,000 to get curve per metre gives 0.008 centimetres, which is 0.08 millimetres. I estimate the pan is about 25 centimetres long, so dividing it by a quarter gives a curve of 0.02 millimetres over the entire length of the pan, as predicted. Spot on. So there you have it, Lucky. Demonstrable science. Now you can't criticise that experiment because it's exactly the same as yours. I know what you're going to say. Hey, Mr. S, you haven't demonstrated that there's 0.02 millimetres of curvature across the length of that pan. No, I eyeballed it. The same as you eyeballed it as being flat. When you can measure it and demonstrate that it is flat, then I will attempt to measure and demonstrate the 0.02 millimetres of curvature across that pan. Email me and let's have a debate, or are you yellow? Until next time, stay sensible.